Hello guys, and welcome to my video today. If you've clicked on this video, then thank you so much. I really appreciate it, and yeah, I'm gonna get straight into the video. So today's video is a bit different to the ones I've been doing recently. I have actually recently been doing challenges with my friends. Today's video is slightly different, and it's actually based off a conspiracy theory. So most of the video is factual, me just basically explaining what's going on, and then at the end I'll just give like my opinion basically. And it's just one of those videos that I feel like I really want to address it. I want to talk about it because it's really interesting, and I want to know what other people's opinions on it are, what other people think, what other people believe, and yeah, just that basically. Any questions or any other information people have on this topic. So what I'm going to be talking about today is actually the Malaysian Airlines flight MH370, which I always say wrong, so apologies if I say that wrong today. So most people watching this know that the Malaysian Airlines flight MH370 was an international passenger flight that went missing on the 8th of March 2014. Now this flight was carrying, I believe, 239 passengers, and that's the figure we know about. So this flight was travelling from Kuala Lumpur, which is in Malaysia. They were flying from that international airport in Malaysia, and they were actually flying to Beijing Capital International Airport, which is in China. Now, the location of the aircraft's disappearance is still said to be unknown, but officials are, in 2018, 4 years on, they're still searching. The search is still ongoing. The officials have said that they believe the remains of the aircraft are in the Indian Ocean. Obviously, you guys know it's a huge ocean. Some debris has actually been found. This includes the wing flap, which was found in Tanzania, the plane wing fragment, which was found in Mauritius, the flaperon found in Reunion Island, the cabin interior panel, which was found in Madagascar, the engine cowling, which was found in Mossel Bay, that's in South Africa. The main cabin interior panel was found on Rodriguez Island. The horizontal stabiliser was found on Mozambique Beach, and the flap track fairing was also found on Mozambique Beach. So guys, now I've addressed the main kind of news story about this and just some little facts there of what people may not have known. I'll move on to the more interesting part. So on the 18th of March this year, I was actually scrolling down my phone on Facebook, and sometimes it comes up with like news stories that people have shared. So I was scrolling, and it came up on my newsfeed, this news story. And it was an article about how an amateur crash investigator, who went by the name Peter McMahon, was from Australia, and he claims that he actually found remains of the flight aircraft in the Indian Ocean, and he actually found it on Google Maps. So on this article included, and I'll put it up on the screen now, was actually a picture of what this guy had found, and it looked to be the shape of an aeroplane in the Indian Ocean, which is strange. But the weird thing was, what he found was an image of this wreckage, but apparently it was riddled with bullet holes, like bullets from a gun. He provided the news sources with this image from Google Maps pinpointing what looks to be an aircraft shape. This was just 10 miles south of Round Island. Now this area hasn't been an area that's been included in the search. You know, there's an area of the Indian Ocean that has been kind of assigned to this search, what officials need to be searching. But where this guy has found the image of the aircraft shape is 10 miles away from where they're actually searching. And apparently this guy went to the Australian Travel and Safety Bureau, and he explained to them what he had found. And and they came back to him and they confirmed that it could be true. They confirmed to this Peter McMahon, just an average Australian, you know, crash investigator, an amateur one, so he's not even a professional. They've gone back to him and they've said, you know what, like, you're right, this might actually be the flight that went missing. This might actually be MH370, the aircraft. But then when they got involved, the US officials came back to them and said, actually no, we're not going to search that area. We need to stick to the area that we've already assigned to be searched. So to me, I find that so strange. Like, why would you not just say, you know what, yeah, this is amazing what you found. We're going to go to where you found it, because he's pinpointed exactly where it is. We're going to go there and we're going to search there and we're going to see if it's actually true or if it's just a coincidence, and the way this Google Maps has made it look is an aircraft shape when really it's just, you know, reflections on water of something else, of an aeroplane above, you know, something like that. That's what gets me. So if I was in charge, I'd be like, okay, well, yeah, we'll go and search there. You know, if they really want to find an answer to what happened to this aeroplane, why would they kind of just completely ignore the idea of searching this place and seeing if this guy's theory, you know, is true? Why would they hide that? Anyway, moving on. So somebody under the name of Jeff Robertson actually left a comment on this article, and I found it really interesting. The article was off The Sun newspaper. It's a newspaper in the UK. And he left a comment saying, only last night, which would mean the 17th of March 2018, the night before the article came out. It said, only last night did Clyde Lewis of Ground Zero say that aliens had taken the plane. Now that kind of leads me on to the next part of this video, and I think it's just getting creepier and creepier, isn't it really, guys? So a few days after I read this article, my friend tagged me in something on Facebook, and it was a conspiracy theory about this particular news story. It was about MH370, the Malaysian Airlines flight. So I looked through this and you know, really interested me, so I took to Twitter, and I must say it was mad. So some Twitter users claimed that they actually received a voicemail message to their phone, which have now been said could actually have links to MH370. Included in these voicemails are actually links to alien life and a doomsday event. So I'm going to play the supposed voicemail now.
Sierra, Delta, Alpha, November, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra, India, Tango, India, Sierra, Delta, India, Romeo, Echo, Foxtrot, Oscar, Romeo, Yankee, Oscar, Uniform, Tango, Oscar, Echo, Victor, Alpha, Charlie, Uniform, Alpha, Tango, Echo, Bravo, Echo, Charlie, Alpha, Uniform, Tango, India, Oscar, Uniform, Sierra, Tango, Hotel, Echo, Yankee, Alpha, Romeo, Echo, November, Oscar, Tango, Hotel, Uniform, Mike, Alpha, November, 042933964230, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra, Delta, Alpha, November, Golf, Echo, Romeo, Sierra, Oscar, Sierra.
The voicemail is in military code, which is also known as the phonetic alphabet. It's often used by pilots when they're talking over headset to control towers and other aircrafts and things. And basically, when you decipher this message that has been sent to these people, it reads this: S, danger, SOS. It is dire for you to evacuate. Be caution. They are not human. 042933964230. SOS, danger, SOS. And when you type these coordinates into Google Maps, they lead to a location in South Africa and another in Malaysia, which are both, you know, kind of key places to where this plane actually went missing, and where, you know, the whole conspiracy of this plane is around are these countries. Many users have actually noticed are linked with where the aircraft actually just disappeared off the radar, which is so strange. Obviously this would lead to speculation. There'd be so much speculation going on Twitter, and that's why it was so interesting, because so many people commented on it and, you know, expressed their views and opinions, added more stuff, and it just became really, really surreal. So it led to speculation that the voicemail was actually recording from the flight recording system on the plane. If you didn't already know, every aeroplane ever made or will be made requires a flight recording system. So it's like a little orange box what you can't get into, you're not allowed to get into, it's sealed away, and it records the whole flight. It records exactly what was going on, what was happening in the cockpit, records, you know, what each pilot was saying to each other, everything. Records the whole flight. And a lot of people are saying that this voicemail is actually accidentally it's been from this flight recorder, and it's accidentally reached them through some fault in airwaves or whatever, through whatever's going on. I'm not a pro on that. I don't understand that. But anyway, basically what they're saying that means is that the plane was already doomed. So the plane was flying across the Indian Ocean, and whoever was on that plane already knew that what was going to happen, and basically they knew it was an alien encounter, and that's what was said on the voicemail. So basically, if it was the flight recorder, then it was people saying that, you know, it's danger, we need to evacuate because whatever's going on this plane is inhuman, it's alien, and it's not safe, you know, there is a real risk here. And somehow that's gotten to these Twitter people. So originally it came to light when Twitter user Strayed Away, who's also known as Ty, uploaded everything in some tweets. Shortly after, he started to get direct messages on Twitter, and they were in different languages and they needed translating. So obviously with the help of people off Twitter, he translated them. And one was translated to, "End the post you just shared about the recording on your phone." Another message actually needed to be translated from Morse Code. If you don't know what Morse Code is, it's basically a way of secretly writing messages with a bunch of full stops and forwards and backwards slashes and stuff like that. It's crazy. But basically that translated to, "They are taking over." And it also says, "The message received is well related to Stephen Hawking's death. You're not ready to face them." One of the world's most cleverest people, theoretical, you know, he's very scientific, he's a physicist. He came up with this theory. So obviously because of that, and then obviously he died, a lot of people are linking this to that, which I'll come on to in a bit. Stephen Hawking also claimed how intelligent life may be watching us. And miraculously, a year after the flight MH370 went missing, Stephen Hawking joined a Russian billionaire by the name Yuri Mitha to launch a project that aimed to use high-powered computers to actually listen to aliens. More tweets containing numbers which translate to the 18th of April 2018, and also just other tweets just basically say that they're taking over, which would mean alien life are taking over. So now everybody believes that the world is going to encounter something great, something huge, something dangerous, something significant on the 18th of April this year, which is actually my mum's birthday. So sorry mum if you're watching this, but you know, it could be the birthday of doom. So correct me if I'm wrong, but to me the voicemail has been received in error, and it was the flight recorder from MH370. It was a message to let the Earth know that on the 18th of April 2018 something significant is going to happen. Whatever happened on that flight was not human. Stephen Hawking died the 14th of March 2018, and a day after this started on Twitter. Before then he had announced that it's very likely that the world will end. But he didn't say when, he just said one day. So my opinion, to me, Stephen Hawking has nothing to do with it. I believe this because his theory, like I've just said, his theory suggests that yes, the world will end one day. He hasn't turned around and said the world is going to end this year, the world is going to end on the 18th of April 2018. He's not said that. Actually, what he's said is he believes that one day it will just die. It will end because it will just fade. It will just fade into darkness. Now, he hasn't spoken about alien life in that statement. He's spoken about how the stars will lose their energy. But I do think that he definitely believes in aliens because of what I said before about him starting this project with that Russian guy, on how they had used high-powered computers to listen to aliens. He definitely believes in aliens and that there is some form of other life out there that is different to ours. He also said that you know, something is watching us. So that kind of links to if this is true, it kind of links to the flight. Like they are coming for you. You know, they are watching. They're coming. They're going to do this. Stephen Hawking did say, for a very, very clever man, he did say that there is a significant other and they may be able to watch us. They may know what we are doing. They may know that we know about them. I think the Twitter situation is definitely a coincidence. I think it's really, really, really weird and I can't express an accurate opinion because I don't know whether it's true or not. Obviously things get taken way out of proportion when they're over the internet because you don't really know the people that are putting this stuff up there. And we don't have proof that the voicemails are definitely linked to the flight MH370, so we can't really say anything other than yes, they might be. And if they are, then wow, like, it's amazing, but it's also extremely crazy. Personally, all I'm going to say is I think it's one big conspiracy theory. I think all the events that happened are just a coincidence. Coincidence that it's happened, you know, all around the same time. Like, think back to last year and the year before when all of those celebrities kind of passed away in the same time slot. It was in the was it January 2017? You know, and people got on Twitter and they got on Facebook and they got on, you know, this, that and the other, and they said like, oh, it's the Illuminati, it's this is why. It's like that. It's nobody knows what's going on, and I find it so weird that the government are they kind of want to hide it from us. In my opinion, I think what we need to do is kind of, yeah, it's so cool having all of this going on because it really gets people fascinated. But what we've got to do is we've just got to stick with the facts. I think we've got some facts. I think what the government need to do is take that guy's Google Maps images, whatever, and they need to search for it there. But I also do think that there's part of me that thinks the government do want to keep it a secret. Go back to what I said about the plane in that article being riddled with bullet holes. If that was the case and the government had actually secretly found the plane and it was riddled with bullet holes, they're going to hide that from us. They're going to hide that because they don't want to, you know, spark another inquiry and have to do another investigation into how there was bullet holes, where the bullets were fired from, what they were fired from, if they came from other planes, if they came from the ground, you know, it's the government probably don't have the funds to search stuff like that, and they hide these things from us, and I think that's what makes it kind of even more scary is that the government are so powerful in hiding things like this. For the families of people on that flight, it must be horrible kind of sitting there every day thinking, oh, I wonder what happened, I wonder how they were feeling, you know, all of this. But I definitely think it's one of those things where we've kind of just got to, I guess we've just got to wait. I genuinely don't think much will happen, but I do hope it will. I hope that they will find the plane, and I hope that if they do find the plane or something suspicious, I hope they share it with us because it's really, really interesting and it adds to our history. But anyway guys, I'm sorry if that video really bored you. I know there'll be people out there that may watch this and they'll be really interested. I was interested when I was reading about it, But yeah, if you watched until now, if you watched the whole video, thank you so much. I really enjoy making these videos. People have been asking me to make challenges, more challenges, so I'm going to be doing that. But until then, thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon, guys.